Happy anniversary, party popper emoji.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
Benedict Arnold, what are you doing up so late? Thank you so much for the resub. And thank you everyone for the happy anniversaries. I didn't know it was my anniversary. I'm gonna be so real, so I've planned nothing. But that being said, we might do something at the end of the week. I have only a few more days until I'm in Spain. I've realized how underprepared I am. So I am flying out this weekend and I have yet to pack, which honestly is not a big deal. That's not really why I'm bringing it up. The reason I'm bringing it up is because I'm thinking about it, right? I'm going to be gone for 4 weeks. And so I'm like, I probably should put a little bit more preparation into this. Thank you so much, partner.
I'm so old.
Maybe there we go.
Sad Harold.
I'll pretend that finishing Red Dead Redemption and the partnerversary are because of howdy partner, and it's all connected somehow that way. But nonetheless, I digress. I'm going to be out of the country for 4 weeks, and I don't have a suitcase because the one that I have is broken. I also am going to be flat out busy all week, so I don't think I've given myself a lot of time to do stuff, but nonetheless. I have a question, ask away! You're not underprepared, all you need is the air in your lungs, the spring in your step, money in the pocket, and your passport. And also my total eclipse glasses. They are already in my passport holder, so I don't forget that. How does one break a suitcase? The handles broke off, the wheels have gone haywire, and the handle to cart it around is also a little bit dodgy. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the partner anniversary well wishes. Yahoo! Hello. So yeah, it's just what it feels like to be abandoned. I will be streaming from overseas, so hopefully not. I promise
Happy
I'll be back.
45 months, Clem.
Thank you,
Almost
Obi.
to the big 50. Almost 4 years.
So crazy.
Happy partnerversary once more.
Thank you,
Less
thank you,
than
thank
three,
you,
less
and
than
thank
three.
you so much for the hype trains as well, you lovely people. Thank you so much. Who is my favorite Red Dead Redemption 2 character? Charlotte. I don't even have to think about it anymore. I love Charlotte, the widow up in the north and east part of the map. She's my favorite. She's my love. There's no one else. I see nothing else. Just stare at the eclipse. Total eclipse doesn't describe the moon directly in front of the sun. It describes your loss of sight in eternal blackness after burning your eye receptors. Worth it. Hi, Joe. Hi, Clog. What's your nationality? I'm a New Zealander. Are you throwing your suitcase around like a football? I'm not, but someone is. The reason it's in so many shambles is because it's traveled quite literally around the world, but also because it was cheap. So therein lies the problem. It was basically just to get me to the UK. I had like a clamshell case, like a hard shell case that was okay. What's wrong with that one? Why can't I use that one? The wheels are buggered, the handle got broken off. Oh, that's right. The handle broke off because it was so heavy that just picking it up by the handle snapped the handle. So, like, you can pick it up like this, but it snapped the handle because of how heavy it was, because I moved countries. My sound came on, as he said, a little bit dodgy. Yeah, there we go. Do you know what the worst chat input ever is? Is I have a question without the question. I know, just ask the question, you know? Hi, Jai. How you going? And thank you, Vax, for some biddies as well. Thank you, Joe, for the subscription. We need to have a word with people who handle suitcases. Also this, but the one of the handles that broke was because of me. And I don't know what... Okay. Look, there's so many things that I can say about both suitcases. I have 2 suitcases, and the story goes on. I just feel like I'm hesitant to tell them because I'm feeling personally attacked. It's not a personal attack, but I didn't realize how embarrassed I would feel by talking about it. I am from New Zealand, in answer to your question. I definitely left the suitcase up with my foot because, yeah, the 25 kg suitcase is not passing as a 21 kg check. That's the one. Do I mind if I ask you a question? Only because you are being very cheeky. Of course, you're allowed to.
I'm doing my part.
Thank you, Joe. Very much appreciated. All right, people. You want to hear a story about the suitcase? So basically, I have a little suitcase which is actually just behind the door here, and that's my usual go-to for short trips. So it's, you know, it can fit in the cabin luggage, but if I'm going away for a week, maybe even 2 weeks, I can kind of squeeze everything I need to. The only exception is when it is winter time, then sometimes having like the big jackets, it can't really fit like 2 weeks of winter. 1 week fine, but 2 weeks it starts to get a little bit small. Story time. It's the most boring story time. I know, Kiwi man. I know it's not an attack. It's just I'm feeling embarrassed, and so I don't. That's why I'm not taking it seriously. I just am checking in with myself, realizing that I'm feeling embarrassed, and I don't know why. So now I have to go back from the very beginning to understand how we got to this place. How does some Twitch streamers can't see the chat when I'm writing and it doesn't show up for some reason? I literally have no idea. Sorry, Vax. I know sometimes there are words that won't be allowed through because of auto blocks. Sometimes it can be what interface they're using for chat to turn up on screen. But I got nothing for you. Sorry, Vax. I fill my suitcases with helium balloons. No clothes, just lots of balloons, and it makes them -5 kilos. I never thought about this before, James. You're so genius. Words is hard. Just wear 4 weeks of clothes and take them off layer by layer over the 4 weeks and no suitcase required. I'm quite slim, and so I think that I should be allowed 1 extra suitcase because I feel like a lot of people are an extra suitcase heavier than I am. And so therefore I should be allowed that extra suitcase inclusive of my ticket. Or perhaps that I get the equivalent taken off of my ticket if I'm not taking a suitcase. That should be my benefit, you know? Work smart, not hard. Gotta get that helium in the suitcase. Anyway, thanks guys for the hype train nice and early. For those who are kind of just filtering in, I didn't realize it was my partner anniversary, so I haven't planned anything. But we might do something miniature before I go to Spain. Is all there was to it. Rules for thee, but not for me. Exactly right. Anyhow, so that's my little go-to suitcase. Because for week trips and stuff, it does the job, especially because I can pay for just the cabin luggage as well. And then I got a big suitcase it must have been for Canada 3 years ago. And I just got that from Kmart. Shout out Kmart. And so that is basically the equivalent of a Target suitcase. It wasn't very expensive. I just needed something that could get me there because the suitcase that I took to Australia when I first moved there when I was 18 years old was a soft suitcase, and it was way too big. It was like it was just too big for a holiday. I just didn't want to be carting that around, especially throwing it into a vehicle and whatnot. So I got a decent sized one. And then that one is what I took to the UK last year after the Mayrathon. So in July, around this time last year. And through that time frame, because I packed that baby tough, it slowly started to deteriorate. So one of the handles, that one, the top one snapped off because of like trying to pick it up. And then the handle itself is like dodgy, but it's technically usable, but there is something else wrong with it. And that's what's escaping me. Is there something else that is wrong with it that has made me go, this is now end of life. I can't use this one anymore. And it's really bothering me. I can go downstairs and grab it because I still have it. It's turned into like something that I've been putting a lot of rubbish into so that one day I can just take this entire suitcase to the rubbish tip. And so I don't want to open it up because there'll be a whole bunch of stuff that will fall out. But I can't remember why I have turned it into a rubbish suitcase. Like, it's actually just escaping me, other than just like one dodgy handle and then the pulley one being a bit dodgy. There's got to be a reason why I'm like, this is no longer usable. And it's just escaping me, and I don't know why. Luke, thank you. Yes, it's the zipper. Yes, thank you. It's legitimately the zipper. Oh my gosh, you have yes, this is what it is. So, do I have any zips on me? Oh my gosh, the wheels are fine on this one. It's the other one, the wheels are a bit dodgy. I mean, it's not the best, but it's the zipper. So one of the zipper, you know how if you have like a zipper and then you have the tab, the pull tab? It's not that I don't know how zippers work. So one of those zippers completely broke off, but that's fine because there's a second one. So you kind of just have to put that in the corner and you use the second one to close the bag. And then when it, so that's how I got it to the UK this time around. And then by the time it got to the UK now, the second zipper has broken. Don't ask me how, because neither of those zippers broke in my handling of the suitcase. So how did they come off? Is someone rummaging around in my luggage? Because I didn't have any power banks in there. I did have one time, years and years and years ago, where my suitcase was rummaged in because there was a power bank in it and it was removed. And understandable, okay? I get it. But this bag, I don't know how the zippers have broken off. Sounds like you don't know how zippers work. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so nothing wrong with the zip, just the zip pulls. And so how I managed it with this is kind of like sticking a string in it. And so then I can kind of make a makeshift. But then there was just enough things, like a slightly dodgy wheel and the slightly dodgy handle, that I went, I'll get a new suitcase. And so I turned this into my rubbish suitcase where I've been putting a whole bunch of crap from like up here and whatnot in there. It was all the cocaine, exactly. The snakes were getting at the zippers. That's the one. Yes. So that's how I opened it again. But there's just like one thing after another where I'm happy to move on from the suitcase. The wheels on the suitcase don't go round. Exactly. Don't go round. Don't go round. And so it was just a compounding thing. And I was like, well, I've got 3 months before I'm going overseas again. I'll get a new suitcase by then. Now, the second suitcase was not actually mine. That was a gift from my ex. And this is going to sound so funny. So when I was getting ready to leave the country as in Australia, to come here, stolen suitcase, exactly. My ex was like, hey, by the way, do you want this suitcase? Because I was about to throw it out because of reasons I will explain. I was about to throw it out, but I figured that maybe it would help you getting to the UK. And I was like, yes, that's perfect. I will have my white suitcase that had all of these problems with the zipper. And then I will have a second suitcase, and that will basically be my entire life coming to the UK. And so now I have a second suitcase without having to purchase another one. Yeah, that's the one, queuing man. It had all this stuff in it. So he offered that to me, and he said, full disclosure though, what's it called? Like the handle to carry it cannot come out now. So I don't know what he's done to it. And then the top handle has completely snapped off, but there's still a side handle. And so I was like, that's fine. I will use this to get to the UK, and then I'll bin it on the other side. The extendo handle, exactly. And so the same thing happened as when I landed in the UK. I went to lift up the suitcase by the handle, and it just snapped off. So then I had to carry it like I don't know what this is, but I had to carry it like this to get onto the trolleys and whatnot, because there was no handle working whatsoever. So it was just, it was a whole thing, I tell you what. And so that one I'm definitely not using. The white one, I could potentially take the rubbish out of it and maybe utilize that. But I'll just get a new suitcase, it's fine. 2 broken suitcases do not make one whole, but it got me to the UK. But it is not, but that's the thing, is I would like a decent suitcase anyway, so that when I am out of the country for a month, when I go back to New Zealand, all these things, I don't have to worry about the nuisance of a damaged or not working suitcase. So I will order me a new one, or I'll pop into town and get one. I have to do a whole bunch of shopping for our kitchen stream anyway, so I'll sort it out. Speaking of kitchen streams, look at that for a segue. I will not be streaming tomorrow because I got a lot of preparation to do, but that's right, we're doing our first ever kitchen stream in this house. I am so excited to bring you down there. It is going to be a very like voyeuristic style of kitchen stream, I think, because there's not really any good place to put the camera. You'll understand when we get down there. So I think what I'm thinking is either I'm going to put you under a cupboard and you'll kind of like look like the food, snacks you, or I'm going to put it up in the corner like this, and so you'll be looking down on me for once. Usually I'm the one who's looking down on you, but we can swap that around, and so that'll be like a top down. It looks at the stove. It's just kind of awkwardly looking at things behind me and the floor and the washing machine. It's just a little bit janky, but I mean, I think it'll be kind of fun. And so that's what's going to be happening on Wednesday, and the reason we are going to be doing this is for a charity stream. So I am partnering with Hope for the Day, who are a mental health organization that are focusing on prevention, and they call it proactive suicide prevention. So basically early intervention, giving people resources before they reach crisis. I do not have a link right now. Sorry, that's part of tomorrow. Dolta, thank you for being very proactive in that regard, but that is part of the tomorrow activities. Is I will be running this, and I thought, so they actually reached out to me, and all of the mental health issues I've been going through the last month or two. I've had a few people who have been mentioning their own kind of struggles at the moment. I think that it felt very appropriate to partner with a mental health organization, and they seem to be doing decent work. So we'll be doing that. Thank you so much for the biddies. Finally, she's back indeed. And your donations will be able to help influence the stream. We have some very simple ones where it's just like simple fun games. And then we also have milestones for more meals. So basically I'm going to make it very Spanish themed because we're going to Spain. And so the more that is donated, the more I will cook in that particular stream. And of course you can donate to add a chili to the entire meal. So see how I go with the spice. Yeah, thank you, Cuban Man. I appreciate it too. I think it's going to be good fun outside of the donations. So what I ask from you guys is, even if you are not in a position to donate yourself, if you are able to turn up to the stream, that would be amazing. The more eyes on the stream makes it a really good thing as well. And so donating your time is really, really helpful alongside actual donations as well. Es muy caliente. It's gonna be very hot indeed, and we'll learn some Spanish along the way. Is the other thing that I have put in there. So for a few dollars, you can add some words so that we can learn stuff like caliente, meaning hot, hot, hot. Yeah, will it improve it or bring it down? We'll find out. Time is all I have to donate at the moment, but it will be much appreciated. Okay, so that will be in 2 days' time. This time in 48 hours. Be there or be square. Okay, so that is the PSA. Let me see anything else. Okay, hi everyone who has been popping in. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here. I'm sorry I was on rant mode. I just wanted to make sure that I got all of the PSA about the stream, about the charity stream out of the way. So Liam, I will be seeing much of Europe. I've already seen Croatia, Slovenia, technically Italy, Austria. I'm going to Spain. I went to Denmark already. I am going to Iceland, the other direction. That's all for now. That's all I've got planned for now. And then I want to see more of UK on top of that because it's very easy to pop over to Europe, but I'd like to see more of the UK. Do you know what I wouldn't like to see more of, though? The rubbish in the UK. Oh my gosh. I tell you what, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my latest post on YouTube. It's just a short little 6.5-minute video. I was not impressed. I was not impressed. Anyhow, yeah, it'll be like CCTV Season Lounge with the camera up there. I'm a chef. Would it be safer for my mental health to avoid tomorrow's stream? Yeah, definitely. I kid you not. One of our other community members is an ex-chef, and they don't like watching me cook because of the anxiety that it gives them. So, yeah, you probably shouldn't. Oh my gosh, but I'll do my best. Okay, so I wanted to read Sean's story though. When my ex and I had a flight, she was an air hostess. She said, "This is our seats here." We sit down. A family comes and says they're our seats. She argues that they're not. I finally ask her what seat letter numbers we are, and she had the correct row but the wrong side because she sees it back to front. This was in front of all her colleagues from previous EasyJet flights. I smiled the whole flight, tight-lipped. Yes, I think that she would have appreciated that. But that's so embarrassing if people were asking, like, where are my seats, and she should say, just over there, just over there. Oh no, oh no. Yes, I am so looking forward to Iceland. So that one is in August. There's going to be a total eclipse happening there. And speaking of, if we raise enough funds, I will bring you guys along to that. I was planning on just doing that for myself. Genuinely, I was going to cut you out of the total eclipse stream. But I figured that we are... The kind of goals that I have for the charity stream are very themed on the travels I'm going to be doing. So we're going to be cooking some Spanish dishes. And then I chucked in IRL with Coffee Snobber at the, like, if we raise a ton, because it's Coffee Snobber after all. But I put that I'll live stream the total eclipse if we hit, I can't remember what number it is. But otherwise, I'm just going to do that for myself. Thank you for the hydrate. Hello. Total eclipse of the heart. Oh, did she really? I saw that Sam Neill passed away, who's a New Zealand icon. But I didn't realize Bonnie Tyler also passed just recently. Yeah, only a week ago. Aww. There we go. How very sad. Apparently it is Sunbeam, but I didn't know it was, so I haven't planned any celebrations. How you going, Tamir? Are you going to post any of the recipes in the Discord? I wasn't planning to, but sure. I basically am just going to look up things, and then the first result on the website, on the Googles, is what I will be using. Who are they? So there's two people. Bonnie Tyler is the one who sings Total Eclipse of the Heart. Yes, otherwise C Mama wouldn't have brought it up. But now I am I always mix her up. The thing is, like, it's true, but who do I always mix them up with? Oh, Pat Benatar. So I was looking up and it doesn't matter. But I always get Bonnie Tyler and Pat Benatar mixed up. They are not the same people. But Bonnie Tyler is the creator behind Total Eclipse of the Heart. Don't ask me why, She Mama. I don't know. There's something about the, like, the rhythm, Bonnie Tyler, Pat Benatar. I don't know. I really don't. But for some reason, those two names I always mix up. You can always watch cooking streamers to make it more professional and smarter. Yes, but the other thing is that what I like to try and do is simply have a starting point, because there can be a very mentally draining process of trying to replicate someone who has been doing a profession for however long and trying to emulate that. So there are a lot of professional cooking streamers, and I am not one of them. And so I don't have all of the equipment that they have. I don't have several cameras. I have one. And so the fact that I can even connect my phone to the stream, like, it's just about having that starting point and then building on it. So for example, you can start IRL streaming and then you can build on, okay, now I'm going to get an extra microphone. Now I'm going to get a gimbal, because then you can understand what the issues you're actually facing are and what the problems you need solving are. Because if you just go, oh, this is what everyone else has, I can guarantee, speaking from experience, that you will still run into issues and then you will not have the proper equipment to solve it. So we're just going to be starting nice and simple, and the fact we're in the kitchen will be fun. Plus, I like the kind of voyeuristic jankiness to it. It's, you know, it's just showing that we're real people as well, and I think in terms of mental health, that can be very helpful too. Fishing? Who's gone fishing? R.I.P. Bonnie Tyler, indeed. Oh, yes, so this is the Total Eclipse. I shall not be playing it while I am on YouTube, though, but thank you very much for sharing. Turn around. So that's Bonnie Tyler. In answer to who Sam Neill is, though, they are an actor, and they are from New Zealand, and they have played in a whole bunch of stuff that, now that I'm the biggest one that they're in is Jurassic Park. So I was trying to think of what would Americans know them in, but Jurassic Park is the big one. But outside of that, they've done a whole bunch of New Zealand productions. So it is sad for us New Zealanders to lose an icon. Let me show you. Oh, look! Even on my Firefox news page, it talks about Sam Neill. Very sad. Very sad. Yeah, exactly. I hardly. Benatar, I hardly know Tyler. See, there's something there, Season Lounge. There's something about the sounds that are there. I love the outfit. Thank you. Oh. Speaking of the outfit, sort of, so these are short denim overalls, and we got the t-shirt out, obviously. I'm just gonna flip that sleeve, because I only just noticed it. There's a hole in my shirt! Oh, that's no good. Oh well. The weather is beautiful today. It is absolutely gorgeous. And the best thing about today's weather is that there's a breeze coming through. And so I'm not stifling up here in the attic. It was cool wind all night, so it was great. And on top of that, it is cool enough to still have a cup of tea. That's right, we're back with the tea. Delicious. Usually I do have a maybe it will only trigger in Twitch Fit, but I have an A7 III camera. Hi Francis. What is this that you are sharing? Should I know why this email is active again? I don't know what this is all about. I hadn't realized he was a Kiwi until I heard the news this morning. Yeah, so it's how it happens. Auntie needs a new shirt. That's the one. Yes, exactly, Vax. You got it. The soul needs to suffer and learn for it to go to the next life. I know a lot of people feel that way. I personally like to choose to believe that we can be happy. Although I did read Brave New World at the beginning of the year, and that was an interesting take on happiness. Yes, exactly, Jurassic World. Oh, he was in Jurassic World, the new one. Oh, that's cute. I don't... Am I supposed to know who this is, Francis? Thank you, Bax. I'm a Kiwi. I'm a Kiwi, though. We can't both be Kiwis. Tell me what tea bag you're using. I am using the... Oh my gosh, I was about to say a different one. Yorkshire is what I'm using. Yorkshire tea. Apparently they're all about the Yorkshire tea over here, so that is what I'm using. But I haven't tried many. So I was told to get Yorkshire Gold as the go-to tea over here. And I went, okay, but I don't know what regular Yorkshire is like. So this is actually Yorkshire Red. They're both fine. But I do feel like I might have to try some of the other brands just so I can really understand why Yorkshire is the go-to. Kia ora! I'm originally from New Zealand myself, so I always get very excited to see other New Zealanders. Tēnā koe. After death, souls get placed in another body. Oh, so you're a believer in reincarnation. I don't know why I was saying it like that. So they complete their task. It's the soul. There we go. Just take my Discord happiness messaging. Don't be sad because it's spelled backwards as das, and das is no good. That's no good indeed. Oktoberfest. You might need to give more context, Francis. Tease nuts, true. Has Sam Neill got a book? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Maybe. Let's have a look. Would he have needed to make a book? He does. He's got a memoir. Did I ever tell you this? Movies, Life, Love, and Other Catastrophes. So it does look like he indeed made a memoir. Should anyone be interested in learning about that? Yeah, there we go. See, Mama already knew. Only coffee. I drink both tea and coffee, but I don't drink coffee in my house. I only go to coffee out in the wild. But that being said, I got a matcha on the weekend, and it's not so bad. We are south of England. Yorkshire Red is for hard water, which we have. Yorkshire Gold is soft water, which is north. Don't try any other tea bag. You'll be wasting your time. Thank you, James. That actually genuinely is helpful. However, what I will say is I saw Yorkshire specifically for hard water. So do I bother with that one, or do I just stick with Yorkshire Red? Let me hear that from you, because I'm pretty happy with the Yorkshire Red. And I have another friend who is very much a Yorkshire fan, and I said that I was drinking Yorkshire Gold since moving here, and she was like, I actually am a Yorkshire Red fan. And then I thought about it, and I was like, maybe there is something to do with the water difference here. And James, you have confirmed that for me, and I really appreciate it. I need to read it. Well, as a New Zealander, especially now that he's passed away, I feel like we simply must. I'm a slut for matcha. Yeah, I actually really like matcha. I just don't get it very often. I don't really know why, but I just enjoyed it. I had a nice iced matcha on the weekend. Pay tribute to Sam Neill, and we can have a moment of silence. The thing is that I could have a moment of silence, but it's not going to last very long. It is very sad that Sam Neill has passed away, and these things happen. He's how old did he make it to? I think that it is always very sad when we lose someone, especially from our childhood. 78, like it's not an unreasonable age. It just sucks when the people that we look up to, we start losing them, and it can feel like a existential crisis and whatnot. But anyway, Sam Neill, R.I.P. And Bonnie Tyler, since we didn't realize she passed away as well. I'm a Yorkshire Blue decaf drinker. There we go. Also, thanks for the lurk, Boba. And yeah, I don't get it very much. That's the one. That was right there for me, and I missed it completely. But thank you for coming out of lurk for that, because it is very, very funny. I was gonna read Five Eyes book. What is this? Francis, there are a lot of things that I don't have reference to, sorry. Yorkshire Red is the only tea you will need. Good for the soul. Done. Okay. I never got to try proper matcha. I've only had like matcha Kit Kats. I'm curious though. So it's kind of like a earthy powder-ish. If I see some, I could potentially send it over to you if you'd like, Nine Fox. I haven't seen it in supermarkets though. My college was finished on Thursday last week and it was a sad ending, but moving on to bigger things. That's so exciting. Congratulations. That's huge news. I hope that it all goes well for you. And thank you for the follow. Just so you come up on feed, that I'd quickly say hi. It's good to see you. Yeah, I've been not streaming as much, Frank, and so I think because I took some time off, and it's not a complaint. It's literally just a theory. I think because I wasn't streaming as much, I felt like YouTube wasn't necessarily sharing the stream to people. But now that I've kind of been doing it again, I've noticed a few more people popping back, and it's like, oh, I didn't realize you were live, and I'm like, yes, blame YouTube on that one. So it's good to see you as well, Frank. Don't feel like you have to stick around, but I appreciate you popping in. 5 years battling cancer. Damn, that sucks. That really does suck. Moment of silence to the world end. For some people, their world ended. Yes, we lost a Kiwi icon. The name was Sam Neill. They were in Jurassic Park. And Bonnie Tyler last week. Total eclipse of the heart. What you doing? Exactly, Boba. Anyway, you lurk. But thank you very much. Because, yeah, I don't get matcha very much. It was right there. There's so many other interesting teas out there, especially if you go loose leaf. I wouldn't limit myself to one type like that. Exactly. And I'm not a big fan of tea bags anyway. I prefer loose leaf. I don't know what my go-to loose leaf is yet, so I'll explore more once I'm back here after my travels. Hi, Azza, and thank you so much, and thank you for the hydrate too. Well, thank you, Nathaniel. It's been a pleasure having you here. I'm also pretty bad at getting back on YouTube. I'm not on it as often as before. Good! Enjoy. That's good. Hey, Frank, we will always get excited when we see you, so thank you very much for stopping by. But if we never see you again, good as well. It has been a pleasure having you for as long as we have you, and hopefully we get to see you again as well. But enjoy having some disconnect time as well. I think it can be just as important, but much appreciated. Go get some rest, you awesome thing, you. Nine Fox is correct. Some loose leaf teas are fantastic. Yeah, I used to drink exclusively loose leaf when I was in Melbourne. But since moving here, I just got a box of tea bags. But I'd like to go back to the loose leaf as well. Good old English breakfast. Honestly, I can't really eat a good old English breakfast as a vegetarian. I'm not a fan of teabagging either. Flashbacks from the Halo days. Exactly right. You can't think have that association anymore. Isn't that ridiculous? Yeah. So a little what's going on with me. I had an awesome weekend. For those who do not know, it was the 10-year anniversary of Pokemon Go. 10 years. Pokemon Go has been going for 10 years, and I've been playing for that entire time. And so I got to hang out in Southampton Central a little bit more, and my legs are so sore. I did so much walking, so much raiding, and so many Pokemon collected. And I think that I'm going to have to do an IRL stream around the parks at some point. I was wandering around, and I didn't really think much of it a few months ago, but it was a lot chillier. And so wandering around now with a nicer weather, I think when I come back from my overseas trip that I might take you guys on a little wander around Southampton, because I wasn't 100% sure where the bloody hell I would even take you, to be honest. But these parks were so sweet. Okay, I'll show you a little... I don't think there's a document me. I'll show you Southampton. It's not a very big place. Oh, thank you, Ahmed. I appreciate that. Did you catch them all yet? Not yet, but I am working on it. It's great. I'm not a vegan, no, so I eat eggs and dairy. There's milk in this tea. I don't eat it. I don't have a ton of dairy, admittedly, but that's not because I'm vegan. Pokemon Go's still going? No, it's still going. 10 years later. Hi, how you going? Hi, Charlie. I was going to tell you to let me remote raid with you, but time escaped me. Yeah, the thing is with time zones, it's always tough. But I'll remember that for the future, Dolta. If I feel like the timing will work out, I'll invite you for remote raids as well. I don't know what you mean by last option, to be honest. Thank you, Visibly Upset. It's good to see you. We should rep Sir Sam Neill with a movie night. Ooh. Yeah. I might have to, I think I should be able to do stuff from my computer as well, but I might have to get the mods or someone to host as well in the future because I'll be overseas, but I don't mind doing movie nights overseas. I just want to make sure that it works. Yeah, that's the one, Schmick. So that's why Boba was saying Event Horizon or Dead Calm, maybe. Anyhow, back to me and my, where I am, because I don't think I've really shown you guys what my situation is at the moment, so I'll do that. A death in Brunswick, you reckon? I honestly, I don't know what last option means. Like, you have to be way more specific, because I don't know what that means. Can I be your last option? Like, to date is where my mind goes, but I don't really understand why what last option, like, is it the final option because you only have one option left after one marries? I don't know what it means, genuinely, and I don't know how it's meant to be Riz either. Yes, that's what I was thinking, Nine Fox, but I will sort it out. What is going on there? Good. Hunt for the Wilder People could be fun as well. That's a good choice, Nathaniel. I do like that. A lot of people in the community wouldn't have seen it as well. Like, if you're both unmarried at a certain age, you'll just do it. Well, I want to hear from them to make sure that's what they mean. Yes, we do play games. I'm going to be finishing Red Dead Redemption 2. Maybe. Thank you, Vax. Thank you so much. Last option always indicates grab a beer. I like your thinking, Sean. Can I be the one you only date after you've given up on everyone else in the world? But is that a thing? What? Like, I think that's why I'm more confused. Like, why would that be a thing? That's pretty cool, Boba. Anyway, I want to go back to the map. No, I mean, actually, I don't mind if half of the Pokemon are eliminated. If half of the Pokemon are eliminated, that will bring us back down to just over 500 Pokemon. I wouldn't be mad by that. Thanos Snap, get it done. There's just like random evolutions missing. Can I be your 16th option? Yes, see, that's way more specific, but I don't know if I've already gone through those options. Like, is the first person I ever dated my first option, or do I have zero, or do I start again from now? I'm trying to understand what options there are. Nancy and Jonathan should have banged. Fuck, that show was so shit. Please don't have any Stranger Things talking here. Hi, Malbra, how you going? Yeah, and I think that's why I'm confused as well, Nine Fox, because they only the last resort. Like, there's just too many layers of my lack of understanding. Anyway, Gen 1 to 3 keep, maybe 4, Gen 5 plus defo remove. Yeah, I can feel this. I'm better than nothing. How about it? Okay, see, when you phrase it like that, I start understanding. But in that sense, it comes back to what Nine Fox was saying. It just sounds sad. Oh, well, now I understand, and now I'm sad too. So thanks for that, guys. Gotta go now anyway. No stress. Well, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you for the well wishes, and we'll see you when we see you, Vax. I should always be the first, second, and third option. It's true for anyone reading that. Enter penultimate resort, that's the one. cut my life into pieces. What is RDR2? Red Dead Redemption 2. And we'll be playing it later on. Oh, thank you for asking. I was trying to explain it, Ido, but people were getting me off topic. How's the ludicrous display last night? Honestly, I was saying that pretty much the whole time. What was Wagner thinking? I will say, Boba, what was very cute was I was walking home and there was someone who just biked past and they were like, I think it's coming home. And so they clearly understood that I was out watching the football at that time. And they were also out watching the football. And it was just kind of sweet. I think it's coming home. And then another neighbor was like, it's coming home. So the English are very happy about this win over Norway. So good for them. Good for them. I did have fun. It was nice to be around people and actually into it. I was just kind of chilling and then they're like, come on. And I was like, woo. Woo. Is lurking on servers of every streamers every now and then could be said as considered pay to win? Yes, because that's how I got my partner badge. The hope in their voice, exactly. Because the first one was like, it's coming home. It's that excitement. But the guy on the bike was like, I think it's coming home. Where it's like, we say this, but like it actually might be. Yeah, the next match is after the charity stream. I don't know if I will watch that. I think that I will stay home for that one and pack my bag, admittedly. But I do think it's quite sweet to see the English get so excited because I know the last couple months I've kind of talked about what is English culture. Because I can think, I know about Scottish culture. Sean's a great example of that as well. When I think of Scotland, there are so many, although you could argue stereotypes, it's still very accurate at the same time. You think of the kilts and the bagpipes and the tartan, the Highland games. Like there are so many things up in Scotland that come to mind when you think of Scottish people outside of the accents as well. Whiskey. And so I've been trying to think, what is English culture? And I do think it's quite sweet seeing how into their sports there are. Not that it's exclusive to England, but it is something that I can see immediately bringing people together. And I do think that's really delightful. Argentina's going to be a tough match, though. Yeah, for sure. Please, we need a win. Please. How politics at the moment are shite. We just need something to unite us. Watch this. They win the World Cup and then all of the shit that's going on in the UK politics just sorts itself out. Because finally they will have something that unites the nation again. Woo! Well, at least England. Scotland, unfortunately, we lost out nonetheless. Thanks, Liam. We'll see you next time. Beefeater's the queen. Stiff upper lip, exactly. But I still think that stuff like it's very different when you compare it to Scotland, for example. My favorite part of these tournaments is when Scotland go out, we get slaughtered, then England don't win, and I say, let's see your trophy then. Exactly. We'll see what happens. But like you say, Argentina is going to be a tough match. Probably the only person in England who didn't know we'd won until you said it just now. Yeah, fair enough, Ian. I only knew because I got invited to go watch, and I was like, oh. And then I'm seeing all the memes about, see, I already lost their name. Elihad? Haaland? Anyway, and Bellingham. So, that's pretty much all I've seen. Good morning. How you going, Kelvis? Messi's gonna roll, then we'll see what happens. Scottish culture doesn't come down to nationality. It genuinely is culture. Yeah, England struggle with integration of culture. Okay. Immigration tends to segregate, not integrate. Volume over time, Scotland slower, England's vastly higher. Oh, because I know that they're like not just in England, but in a lot of countries they have enclaves is the word I would use. But I haven't seen enough of the country to know if I agree with it over here. Where was the North Island secede? Thank you so much for the happy partner university. Don't ask me where that came from. I read anniversary as, I think it's because I was reading. Okay, no, I figured it out. I was saying happy partner anniversary and username at the same time. And so because of your name, this is just a username. The username and anniversary mixed, and that's what made it. University. Erling Haaland. Thank you. I was smushing his names together. Hi Sahid. Hi TPI. How are Red Dead Redemption going? We should be finishing chapter 6 today. I know the epilogue will still exist, but I consider the end of chapter 6 probably the end of the game, and then an epilogue, well, maybe not the end of the game, end of the story. And then epilogue is like, I guess novels do finish with an epilogue. It doesn't have to be an addition to the regular story. Anyway, I think we'll be finishing chapter 6. Politics still affects football. There are a player who can't go home. He'll be, oh my gosh, killed for scoring an own goal. Not the first time this has happened. Oh, because they get so fired up. That's scary, man. Even if it's not like the extreme, it can still get very violent. Hey, exactly, Boba. That's why I was like, well, that's why I was like, I haven't seen enough to have my own opinion on it, but I do understand this as well. When people are getting ostracized, they tend to ostracize themselves as well. And anyway, well, we'll not to worry about this today. Schmeerling Schmerland, that's the one. The memes of Erling Haaland resembling Majin Buu, that's so funny. I guess especially with the pullback hair. Close to O. So Erling, where is this name? Erling Haaland. Holland. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, sorry. I read your name as Kelvis. I can now see that that is an I, not an L. My apologies. Oh, thank you. Little Norwegian pronunciation with Nine Fox. And Nine Fox, you will not be tormented by the Norwegians having won the cup. It was sad though. I because I did watch the game. They got a lot of shots off and they weren't sinking. Finishing is also not pronounced as finishing. That's so funny. I didn't realize I had misspelt it. You know what? I'm gonna leave it there. That's why someone said fishing earlier. It all makes sense. My bad. Yes, so I'll leave that as is. Finshing. We're gonna be finshing today. So that way I cannot be held accountable if I do not finish the game. It's Big Bane strats. Gosh, anyhow. Finshing! Definitely Schmerling for sure. 200 IQ. I'm finishing right now. It's actually like a Chinese method. It's finishing. So stupid. Okay, let me show you where I live. Okay, so it's right here. So now you can send me lots of presents now that you have my exact address. It's exactly where my mouse is. Hi, full truth. Okay, so here is the UK. Oh, you know what? We'll go out even further. Here's Europe, and here's the UK up here. And then we zoom in, and you can start to see that Scotland's all the way up here at the top, and England down here, London at the very bottom. I'm not in London. I'm not in Bournemouth either. Bournemouth, sorry. But I'm to the southwest of London, here in Southampton. And so it's a small little city, but I love it. Thank you, Rev. So you can see that it's not a massive place. It's really not. But that is also why, if you do hear any airplanes, that's why it's so noisy, because it's such a small city and the airport's right there. Oh, sorry, James. My apologies. I really didn't mean to. And then the city center is here. I'm pretty sure the Titanic left from somewhere down here. But this is the city center, as you can see, and the Southampton Common. I was thinking of taking you guys to the Southampton Common, but it is kind of just a giant park. And so there's nothing really discerning about it, and so that's why I haven't done it. But now, after doing Pokemon Go Fest this weekend, I thought I'd take you around these parks. They're actually technically several parks. See, East Park, Hoglands Park. But walking around here was actually really lovely, and so that was where I spent my entire weekend, just going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Up here was all of the Mewtwo raids, and then there was a cafe somewhere along here that also was attached to a raid, so then I would stop in there when I needed a break, and then I'd still be able to raid while drinking my iced matcha. So I think I might take you guys there sometime, because I really do think it's quite pretty. And it wouldn't take very long, so maybe after that is when I can go. Wouldn't need to go to Westkey. In fact, I would avoid Westkey as much as possible. Southampton has not been. I've been saying that it feels very safe where I am, but every time I go into town, you do start seeing like the youth for one, but just people who hang out around shopping malls. They're a certain type. That's where like the people who aren't wearing shirts, even when it's super cold, are kind of, they've got that look in their eye. I understand it when it's hot, like it has been the last week, but when it's cold and you're walking around without a shirt on, and I'm trying not to create eye contact with them. So I don't the junkies, basically. I don't really feel super confident about live streaming around this area on my own. The parks would be fine, but as soon as you come through here, it's fine when you're on your own, but I just don't want to be taking a camera. Roadman, you reckon? No, I'm not from the US, I'm from New Zealand. But I would be willing to kind of like go around the parks, maybe go through the city center, and then come down here, because I haven't really come down here before, so we could explore that, maybe the Ocean Village together. And somewhere along here is where the Titanic would have set sail from. So I think that could be nice. And the bar gate is something that is actually kind of cool. Oh, and the Tudor house and garden. Yeah, that's quite sweet. So anyway, point being that it was, as much as I enjoyed my Pokemon going, it was inspiring for me to go, you know what, maybe I should take you guys for an IRL stream. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. Sorry, it is not quite yet. We're just yapping away to start with, and then we'll do some Red Dead after we're finishing the Yap Fest. Lots of cruise terminals, exactly right. Every now and again, I've heard a little, but I don't know where they're cruising to or from. There we go. I will close that off. Yes, I Pokemon went, and it was very successful. I got my shiny Mewtwo, and so that was awesome. And then the second day, I kind of had to just do a whole bunch of Mewtwo raids because I didn't get a shiny Mewtwo. But I got enough energy, so now I can Mega Evolve a Mewtwo in the future. Pokemon gone, adorable. But I got a whole bunch of shiny Pokemon, which was very exciting. And there were so many people out and about, and it was just lovely. Was your name before Togepi? Huh? I don't know what that means. It's the saddest game. Well, don't spoil, because I wouldn't have said that I would find it sad, but I have a suspicion I'm about to find out literally today. So I am pretty sure I'm on the final mission of Chapter 6. I know that there's an epilogue afterwards, but my understanding is that I'm finishing the main story, because as an epilogue implies, it's kind of the after the story. Thank you, Captain. Tokape. That is the one. Shiny Pokemon. They make anything these days. No, it is literally a knee. So for example, there are jingly key Pokemon. There's a knee Pokemon. It's just a shy one, okay? Get a different horse? No. Everything's fine. It's all good. I'm on chapter 6, but I'm pretty sure I'm about to end chapter 6. I just feel like everything is kind of coming to the close. So a lot of the people in the camp have head off, including the Reverend, and even we kicked out Herr Strauss. Sadie Adler got her revenge on the O'Driscolls. We've kind of been saying to John, like, when the time is right, you gotta go. The reservation we worked on. Sorry, I'm just a little bit concerned because I'm getting this like very itchy spot on my leg, and it's starting to turn red and discoloring. So I'm just keeping an eye on that. I'll try not to touch it, but nonetheless, just a suggestion. Am I gonna lose my horse? If I lose my horse, so be it. I'm happy to cry about this. I have the highest honor. I've got perfect honor at the moment. One does not simply jump in the sack at the beginning of the date. There needs to be conversational connection, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is no difference. Gaming is no difference. Whenever you see Clem's knee peek into frame, that's the knee Pokemon. Exactly right. So hold on. I actually have I have paint up here. So what color would it be? I feel like it would be really, really, really pink. So are we gonna, which angle would it be? It'd be kind of like, you know what, let's get a thicker brush. Is this a thicker? No, that's the full one. Oh, here we go. Is this? Yeah, here we go. Is it pink? Good reference. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are hilarious. Okay. This is... It would just be the knee. Ooh, do we do the Oh, I've got it. No, I've got it. It's a ghost Pokemon. It's a ghost Pokemon. Okay. It's a ghost Pokemon. Let's see how accurate I can do this. And then we have like this is the patella, and then this is something else, and this is something else. It's kind of like this, and then it's got a little like worried face, and it is the anytime someone gets a knee operation. They throw out the old knee, and this is the shiny Pokemon. This is the shiny Pokemon. And then it actually, the patella can hide behind the other two bones. Are all ghost Pokemon dead? I choose to believe they are all dead, yes. This is what I think it is, alright? This is the shiny Pokemon. This could go horribly wrong. I think I did a great job. It's not a Magnemite or Magneton. Yes, exactly, Ron. See, Ron understands. Let me show you maybe knee cross-section. All right, thank you, Captain. Look, I will regret it, I'm sure, but I will accept. I will accept that. I think I will get my own horse. I will keep my horse because they've been there till the end. It is only proper. Okay. Look, it's not exactly what I was looking at. Let's see if I can do this again. See, it's like there's parallels. There's parallels. I think it works. Two men rubbing their woo-ha's together as if there aren't other Pokemon that are like that. I think that doesn't mean it is not a Pokemon. It's like the same image, but stylistic choice to make it look like a Pokemon rather than a knee. Meniscusmon, that's the one. So Pikachu is the mouse Pokemon, the electric mouse Pokemon. And this is how do we say it? Meniscusmon is more like a Digimon, but the shiny Pokemon. The ACL isn't snapped because we're old. Well, that is how we got here in the first place, you know. It evolves into Arthritismon. This is brilliant. See? And now I understand why there are over 1,000 Pokemon, because we just made a new one right now. Yeah. Anyhow, I'm back. Hi, Glowy. Good to see you. We were drawing a new Pokemon, obviously. Have you ever considered drawing for anatomy textbooks? I actually already do. That's kind of what I do on the side of streaming. So I don't earn a ton of money while live streaming, and so I just get commission. So I don't earn a ton of money doing anatomy books either, because it's kind of just commission based. But I've made $1. Not through the anatomy books, but just I have made $1. I made $1 today, actually, when I found it on the side of the street. But, you know, it is what it is. Titaniumon! That's actually a lot closer to a regular naming convention. Hey, Cactus. Thank you for the well wishes. Osteoporomon! That's so funny. I love it. Don't make dollars. That's illegal. Oh, yes. I definitely didn't make dollars. Anyway. Just don't declare it, exactly. I've already have a clip out there about me that I would give $1 million to the police. I'm well aware that I will not be declaring my dollary-doo. Speaking of declaring, do I have anything else to share? Other than the airplane going over me? Yeah, exactly. Don't. Honestly, I'm pretty happy to jump into some games. Oh, enjoy, Sean. Thank you so much. Yeah. Much appreciated. I'm pretty happy to get into the games. I don't really have a lot to harp on about. I had a great weekend. I'm going away next week. We've covered it all in record timing, I might add. Litter picking up IRL stream when? Finshing, thank you. Finshing. Bonitis? My only regret is that I didn't catch Bonitis. I was saying that on the weekend, actually. I said, don't you worry about blank. You just let me worry about blank. And no one understood the reference, and it was really disappointing. Hi, Yannick. I would actually prefer if you'd waffle on. I don't have anything to waffle about. I don't eat waffles, damn it. Thank you, Fuzzy. What is this one? You can probably come up with a better one. Oh yeah, the don't make the dollars. No, I'm a just chatting streamer first and foremost. I'm guessing this is Red Dead Redemption edits and memes. There we go. So I am a just chatting streamer. The gaming side of things is just whenever we feel like it kind of situation. So it's actually surprising that I'm only chatting for 1 hour. It's good you host your streams inside. We don't have to worry about the flashbang. No, so you've watched my latest video. Very nice. Thank you, Dolda. Your cup has a handle. Is this better? Is this what you'd prefer? I actually do have issues with this cup handle. So the thing is that it's a massive bloody mug. Look, it's bigger than my mug. It's huge. And so this handle, it like breaks my fingers because of how much weight you have to hold if you're holding by this tiny little handle. It is not proportionately sized. Exactly right. Thank you, Sea Mama. And so I hate using this handle, and especially when I'm trying to carry multiple things, and this is a full mug. It's not right now because I've been drinking on it. I've been drinking on it because I've been drinking it. And it like, it's stuck. I cannot hold it properly. It's, especially in my not dominant hand, I'm telling you. The handle is irrelevant. It may as well just be a soup bowl at this point. Anyhow, so yes, it does have a handle, but it is purely aesthetic in my mind, so that is why we must drink like this instead. A bigger handle would mean that we can hold it with an entire grip rather than 2 fingers. Do you guys just have insanely strong fingers? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because I can only fit 2 fingers in this hole, alright? So if you can fit more than 2, like 3 if we really want to push it, but I'm telling you, 2 is more than enough. 2 is more than enough. And so there's no way to like hold this with 2 fingies, okay? Thumb is enough. We are indeed still talking about the mug. If you think I'm talking about anything else, then that's on you. Oh, I quite like this technique though. Personally, still 2 fingers, but quite a fan of the middle 2 fingers. Just that's feeling nicey. Yeah, the shocker technique. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. Oh, that's the way, baby. Now I know how to handle this. 2 in the coffee, 1 in the tea, exactly. There we go. This is how I will hold this mug from here on. If the handle is lower, it creates less pull and the weight is not balanced. Yes, exactly. It's purely aesthetic. Oh yes, the thumb will caress around here. So we have 2 here, and then the thumb will be just caressing this other side. Oh my gosh. It's just a shit teacup. You don't have to apologize. I didn't choose these teacups. I didn't go into the shops and was like, damn, that's the teacup that I want. No, sorry, it's just the teacup that I use. Anyway, I do like the size. I will say that all of this talk about the handle, I do love the size of this mug. It is still a, I will take this teacup over a smaller one. There are shops for teacups, yes, like IKEA. What's wrong with it? Basically, it's just hard to hold the teacup from the handle is all. Because I have to, as you can see, this is actually, if I'm to hold it from the handle, how I would hold it. Because that knuckle technique is what keeps it straight. If I were to, well, one, I can't hold it from 1 fingy. If I hold it like this, it puts too much pressure on my wrist here. And so that's why it kind of, especially when it's more full, 3 can barely fit. And then I can't hold it like this without trying. I have to angle this. And so this is how the only way I've figured out how to hold it by the mug. This is the proper form. But that's not exactly the best way to drink it. So here we go. We've got it. We can't forget about the thumb, obviously. Yeah, but sometimes my tea is so full, I don't want to burn my thumb. 3 can barely fit words Clem has never said. Ouch, man. Ouch. The thumb war technique. But this only works when it has a little liquid in it. Once it's at the top, you don't want to burn yourself. You don't want to tip it over. We're playing fast and loose with this mug. But sometimes that can be too hot as well. Because I tell you what, I've burnt my hands on... So, oh my gosh. The reason a handle exists for a mug is so that when you have hot liquid in the mug, you're not holding the hot liquid and potentially burning yourself. If you have a very well-insulated cup, then you can hold it like this with no issues. That is why the handle exists, so that the heat is not burning you. The problem with this teacup, no, and even if you put it up to here, is that when it doesn't insulate well, so it gets insanely hot. It's not so bad here because the heat dissipates fine, but it gets insanely hot, so you don't want to be touching this whatsoever, and so that is why you have to hold it from the handle. The problem is that when it's full and I'm trying to take it down the hallway, and then what sometimes happens is this. My knuckle makes contact with the mug, and I have absolutely jumped and spilt even more hot tea, and it was very embarrassing. But it's fine, because it's cooled down now. So even if it's not to the brim, because no, of course no, I can't carry the teacup if it is spilling. But I'm just telling you, it's a heavy cup of tea when it's full, okay? I've about 12 teacups and all of them bought by how I felt holding them. Exactly, James. There's a whole thing. Anyway, point being, I did not choose this teacup. It's just simply the teacup that holds a lot of liquid, okay? It is absolutely too hot to drink if it's too hot to hold. But when I'm taking it down the hallway to bring up here so that it can sit here and cool down... That is why I have to hold it as best I can. And that's also a good point. Sometimes the liquid can cool down. Y'all need a saucer. This is true. This is why saucers exist also. I love how one of the chatting rules I read was no lewd comments, and we're talking 2 fingers of perfect. Look, if you are reading into this of any other way than the context that is in my hand, then that's not on me. But yes, we are very, very... But there's a difference between nudity and innuendo. And also if I am initiating it. For example, if someone is talking about where to put their fingers on this mug, that is innuendo. If someone was like, hey, I want to put my fingers inside you, they will get banned, and you will not see that message because it will be held because of auto-modding. That is why there is a difference. Lewd comments are not welcome here. I don't want people to speak about me. They can speak about this mug. Yeah, exactly. That's sexual harassment. Exactly. There go my plans. I was literally typing it right now, and now I've had to backspace it all. God damn it. But yes, innuendo, implications, that's pretty much the entirety of this channel. I see how the shape of the handle is wrong. I don't give and doesn't give you the proper leverage. You got it. Hold on, let me see if I can hold it not against my body, because then maybe that will make it more obvious on this on the coloring and shape and whatnot. Anyway, I do like the mug still. In your endo. It's not lewd to mention that 2 fingers are the correct amount for the task. Exactly, but it is innuendo. It can be slipped in quite easily. I like how you talk. How many teaspoons of sugar do you add to your tea? No sugar in my tea, baby. I do not have a single teaspoon of sugar in my tea. Who else holding their cup right now? Yeah, it's like the whole thing when people talk about, I don't know, your tongue, and then you start thinking about your tongue. You're just like starting to go, what is this mug? I have to have my ex Clementine mug, and then we can show you what a good mug looks like. You could wear it as a hat, genuinely. It's so massive. Something about your cup size is too large. Yeah. Something. I see it. I see it. Sometimes we don't even need to find the exact wording. We just have to like, throw it out there. You get it. For me, the milk does the job of countering the bitterness, 100%. I do consume honey, but I don't put it in my tea. I started drinking rooibos tea, but I do, and so I do like a little bit of honey in there. That's quite nice. But in black tea, which is what this is, like C Mama says, I just have black tea and then a splash of milk. The splash of milk is what helps dilute the bitterness. And that's how I make my tea. Super, super simple. I have fat fingers. I can only use one finger to hold that. Yeah, you probably would. It is a very tiny handle. Won't you get back pain with a tea cup? Yeah, something like that. I sometimes sweeten my coffee with maple syrup. I've heard people talk about this in their coffee as and not so much tea. But I can't say that would be my vibe. I think it would be far too sweet for me. Yes, that's a good point. Because lactose is a form of sugar, right? Isn't lactose technically like glucose? Lactose. I think it is actually technically a sugar. I wouldn't use honey in tea. It'd take away from the tea flavor. Exactly. And so they're only. So I would have like a lemon honey hot drink. But for black tea, not my vibe. Oh, unless I'm having a hot toddy, of course. Fun fact, my country is the only country that naturally produces rooibos. Oh my gosh, there we go. So you must be from South Africa then. Oh my gosh, I was there in February. It was so long ago. Yeah, lactose is milk sugar. Brilliant. Thank you, Nine Fox. And milk does lactose. It's true. Cows don't have toes, hey? Pigs have toes, but cows have hoofs. Yes, I think. My animal facts are escaping me at the moment. Fruit tea with honey makes sense. With black tea, I'd find it kind of weird. Yeah, but like I said, a hot toddy can work. So that would be black tea, whiskey, lemon, and a little bit of honey if you want, and that's fine. No, pigs have toes. Dogs can look up. Yes, I've seen them. I'm pretty sure pigs have toes. I'm telling you. People think they have hooves, but they actually have toes. They're cloven hooves. Yeah, the trotters. Okay, let's find that out. So pig foot. They have trotters. Oh, okay. So they're a different thing altogether. It's literally called a trotter. Okay. I take it back. Yes, I'm understanding. Like I said, I can admit when I'm wrong. Or the trotter's just what they call. Okay, I'm not going to show you guys because it's literally just showing a trotter and it's all cooked and it doesn't look very nice. Pig's foot. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want it in a dish. Maybe it's a trotter when it is a dish. That's exactly it, Nine Fox. I'm pretty sure that they are actually toes. I think a trotter is what you call it when you eat it, but when it's attached to the pig still, they're not hooves. I'm pretty sure they're toes. Oh, a camel might have like a... Yeah, I think I've heard that one before, see, Mama. I think I've heard about about the toes of a camel. I don't know where I heard that from. It's something that I have heard in the past though. Oh my gosh, Pigfoot, my favorite of all the cryptids. Let's say Pigfoot anatomy. La 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 la. What is the anatomy of a pig's foot? The hoof is well developed in pigs, but the sole is small. Okay. It's kind of in between a dog. So it's not quite the hard hoof that you would see in cows or horses or deer, but it's not as soft as a dog. Does a dog have toes? They have, because a cat has toe beans. Oh, really, Captain? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm thinking of a lot of things. Dogs do have toes. No, Captain, you said it. You said it. I heard how much you like to eat. I can't say the whole thing. I'm getting too childish now. I know, right, James? I'm getting childish now. Dogs also have toe beans. Okay, we have to answer this and then we can move on. Inner child, no, definitely outer. I think I just have to look up, do pigs have feet or hooves? This says cloven hooves. Pigs have both. AI says it has both a foot and a hoof. As a hoof is simply the hardened nail-like covering of a foot. So specifically, pigs have cloven hooves, as you said, meaning the hoof is split into two distinct toes, sometimes called claws. They also have smaller elevated dew claws. Ooh. I guess that's kind of like the ones that cats and dogs have on the back of their foot. No, I'm double checking it. Don't you worry. Yeah, the dew claw is like the one that's not on the front. Yes, Red Dead, we already told you that I'm a just chatting streamer first and foremost. If you are waiting for me to play the game, then like you can go to be honest, anytime you complain about it, it makes me want to play the game even less. Just a heads up. just putting it out there. But if you really just want to watch the games, then go check out Xclem Plays, because as soon as I'm live over there, that is when I have ended the just chatting portion of my stream. If that is something you want me specifically to watch, or if you want to watch me specifically, playing Red Dead Redemption, go follow Xclem Plays, and when you get the notification, that is when we're playing the game. That's that's the FYI. Yeah, come back at 6 p.m. exactly. Are you gonna listen to AI or chat? I think we know who to trust here. It's true. But yes, it's both. So the short answer is that the pig has both. Me, win. Hey, freaky. Yeah, we're talking about hooves right now. We're talking about the education of pigs' feet. Okay, so... Okay, so we can call it pig's hooves, but they are technically the cloven hooves. What are pig's feet? And it keeps saying trotters over and over again. I'm pretty happy with this info. 6 p.m. was them making a jest. That was what they call sarcasm. But in terms of when I'm going to play Red Dead Redemption, I'll play it when I'm ready. And like I said, the complaint about it just makes me have, what's it called? Oppositional defiance. They do look like those. I think that's what it is. Yeah, oppositional defiance. Not quite so much this one. This is the disorder. It's just showing me the disorder. I don't want the full disorder. 4 hours isn't that far off considering how much we usually yap for. Hooves is a deep topic of conversation. We could be here for weeks. True. This is very true. Thanks, Schmick. Okie dokie. Me when? When the when? When? Oh, this is a deer. So some of the deers have toes as well. Fascinating. Okay, I'll show you guys this one. I will turn the dark reader on so it's not flashbanging you guys. Boom! I Chat and AI are the same, both convincing, but 69% of the time wrong. Amen, brother. I like that. Okay, so this one's a deer. A cloven hoof, cleft hoof, divided hoof, or split hoof is a hoof split into 2 toes. And that is all I needed to know. Is literally just the fact that they are toes. But also hooves. Both are correct. No, Captain. The gaming channel on Twitch, it's one and the same on Twitch, so you will not have to go do anything else. That is all I wanted to know. And yes, we are trusting Wikipedia over AI. Oh my goodness. Exactly, Sea Mama. When someone is always right, we have to have someone else bringing it down. So thank you, Sea Mama, for always being right. Okie dokie. Now that I have my satisfaction, other than the fact that I just looked in my teacup and it was empty, and now I'm really, really upset, I will have some water instead. A horse is one big toe. Each hoof is a single highly specialized toe, which is anatomically equivalent to the human middle finger. So they can just flip you off. Oh, when a horse like rears, it's actually flipping you off. Today you learned. You're welcome. Today you learned. Is this Jacinda Ardern? No, I'm actually her niece. Auntie Cindy's doing well though. She's just in Australia now. But yes, we are all the nieces and nephews of Auntie Sydney. Clipping you off? No. The fact there is a Wikipedia about pig's hooves. No, it wasn't about pig's hooves. That was about pig's trotters, and they were about the culinary dish. And then this one in particular was about cloved hooves. They're different. I'm moving in just so I can refill your tea mug when you need it. Oh, like a waitress who just does the unlimited coffee fill up. Oh, beautiful. Wikipedia is the collected knowledge of thousands of hyper-focused autists. I trust that over most everything. Exactly right. They need to have people who are able to edit it. I actually know someone who used to edit Wikipedia pages. I'll ask them what their process was. Thank you, Sunboom. You're her niece too, exactly. If you are from New Zealand, you are either a niece or nephew of Auntie Sydney. It's Cindy. I was thinking of Australia, so I said Sydney. Thank you, Robert Ducky. Can you check other language wiki page, then use translator to check? I've never done that before. That sounds amazing. Oh, you're making me actually genuinely want to do that. Oh, that's very fun. That's very, very fun. Maybe in the future when I will have to play around with that at some point. Auntie Sydney still, I keep on saying Sydney now. Auntie Cindy still owes me $10. Oh, of course she does. You have to fly off to Australia to claim it from her. I'll wear the fit and blow bubblegum too while doing it. Hell yeah. Can you get those like 50s sunglasses as well? Speaking of the 50s, oh no, I'm getting distracted again. I started watching Mad Men. That's I've only got a few episodes in, and I know that it's like almost 20 years old now. I think it's 15 years old, maybe even older. Anyway, I'm intrigued. I don't know where it's going. It's great. I'm excited. We haven't talked about hedgehog hooves yet. We have so much more to discuss. Oh, you can absolutely suck me in with this. That is mad. I know. I'm loving it. Hazer here. Of course, Yannick. I think that I might have to pop to the bathroom. Still need to watch Pluribus. Yeah, I enjoy Pluribus. Another slow burn. Meh, it's okay. Well, I'm intrigued. That's all. I think that I'm appreciating, the slow burn. Because there are definitely shows that just throw a whole bunch of dopamine at you, and I don't want it. The early parts of Mad Men are good, but it falls apart. Okay. I'll be prepared for that. Maybe I won't commit to the whole thing. Really? Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Okay. Yeah, I've never watched anything from that. So I don't know much. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Thank you, Elisa. Good to see you. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna pop to the bathroom, and then we will migrate over to the video games. I'll make sure that it's all working. Thank you, mods, for the shout out to Elisa as well. If you guys didn't know, Elisa is actually a streamer and she's very good at it, especially if you like just chatting content. So I highly, highly recommend popping over there. Okay, so we're going to play some games now. Yay! How exciting! If you want to use this as your opportunity to head to bed or head off or go about your day, then completely understandable. But remember that the next stream, not tomorrow, but the day after, the next stream will be a charity stream, and it would be so wonderful if you're able to pop in, even just to leave a lurk and help get eyes on the channel, and bring some views in for Hope for the Day is the charity organization. So please, please, please make sure to join for that stream. Like I said, not tomorrow, but the day after. And if you are sticking around for some games, then that's also wonderful. Oh no, that's all good. All good. Everything's fine. What is going on? Oh, thank you, Dolte. You can change that on my behalf. That's so wonderful. Okay, if you're on YouTube and you want to come watch some games, then I recommend popping over to the Twitch stream. It is the best experience to watch the games because you can also live chat. However, if you do want to just chuck it on in the background, or if you want to go back and watch any of the previous gaming, then you can go check that at XClem Plays. Thank you so much, James. But thank you for joining today. It was a lot of fun. Now we have learnt about pigs' feet and their toes. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you get up to, and I will see you in a couple days' time when it comes to the charity stream. Much appreciated, and I will see you then. Goodbye! See you later, YouTube! Bye, 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 bye. Come what may.